Good evening, good evening, good evening, my people. And welcome to another episode of He Said, He Said, He Said. A look at the world from a seasoned Black man's perspective. I'm Alvin King, and I'd like to welcome you to our show tonight. Hope everybody's doing good on this beautiful Friday, at least here in Washington, D.C. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bohemian tonight, but there's a reason for that, and you all will find that out shortly. Tonight, we are closing out Mother's Day week with a show about mother-daughter bonds with two very special guests. You'll see. But before we get started, I want to welcome my co-host, Mr. Vash and Mr. Jacques Whitfield to the show. Come on in, guys. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Alvin.
Hey,
How you doing?
Friday. We made it.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy we made it through another week.
And look at you. Look at you. Well, first of all, Jacques, welcome back. You weren't with us last week.
And great to be back on the West Coast. Yes.
we missed you. And you're rocking an afro.
I saw the show. It was amazing. I am rocking an afro. You know, this is kind of pandemic, kind of not, kind of feeling my Black power, Black love roots and letting them all grow black and gray. So I love it. And it's great to be back on the West Coast. And it's more importantly, really great to be back with you guys at this territory.
Thank you. Thank you.
We missed you.
And how are you, Mr. Vash?
I am doing well. It's been a great day. A lot of serendipitous things have been happening. So feeling love and so excited to be here to amplify that with you guys and, with our guests today.
And I can I admit something? I love the way you say serendipitous because I can't say it, but when you say it, it actually gives me chills. Because you say it exactly the way I think it should be said. So I love when you say that. So I just have to get that out because I've been thinking that for a couple of weeks now. But if you all are ready, I'm ready to get into the show tonight because I'm so excited about it. So can we start?
Me too.
Hey everybody, did we speak to folks?
We can say hello to everybody.
We say hello. Hey everybody. Hey Keith J.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. We got some regulars that come on every week, and I just want to tell you, I love y'all because at 7:00 on a Friday night, and you up in here, you are showing us some serious love. So we appreciate you being here. So thank you so much for tuning in every single week. So okay. So look. South Carolinian born and an alum of the historic Duke Ellington School for the Performing Arts, who journeyed into the music industry as a singer-songwriter, performing with Grammy Award-winning artists like Yolanda Adams, Patti LaBelle, Michael Bolton, Roberta Flack, Lettucey, Whoopi Goldberg, Chaka Khan, and even Sir Elton John, ladies and gentlemen, just to name a few folk. But it was her 20 years of performing as lead singer for Nile Rodgers in the multi-Grammy award-winning group Chic that propelled her career to, I'm talking, when I say her career, just went off, it just took off. And believe me, I've been knowing her for a long time. So for me to see her up on stage with Chic and it just tore me apart. But anyway, okay, I'm going off track. Okay, but it propels her to new heights. But also, we have a published author, a poet, and a licensed energy medicine practitioner who, at 70 years young, can make even the most seasoned fashion model inquire about her beauty regimen. And I ain't lying, y'all. Y'all gonna find out. So, hey, family, tonight, to close out our Mother's Day week, we are honored to have on He Said, R&B singer, songwriter, Sylver Logan Sharp, and her beautiful mom, as beautiful as Sylver, because she get her genes, author, poet, Paula Potts. Yay. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies.
Hey. This is awesome.
Yes. See what I said? Look for yourself. I ain't lying. I ain't lying, ladies and gentlemen. And Sylver, I wanna put up some pictures for our guests. I want them to see you like doing your days with Chic. So I want them to see that because a lot of people don't they don't know
A lot
all
of
of that
people
about
don't
you. So
know.
tonight we're gonna educate some folks tonight.
Come on, tell the
All
people.
right.
Okay, so look, come on now. Okay, look
That's
at this.
that
Okay.
picture was taken by the wonderful Roy Cox out of Baltimore. He shoots a lot of artists here in the DMV and a lot of international ads and everything. That's who took that shot. I had convinced Niall, you know, we need to shoot with him. He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Trust me, don't sleep on the DMV, people."
That's right. That's
Beautiful,
right. That's right.
beautiful. You in action.
Wow.
Okay, you in action.
Woo, child, if I could still get in that piece of drag. Yes, I have it somewhere. That was at the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, Geneva, Switzerland. I don't know what year. I don't know. We did it like 3 times, so I'm not sure what year. I think that was the first year. I think, yeah.
Well, you've always
05,
been
07, I don't know.
a fashion maven. Okay, you've
Well,
always
thank
been
you.
that.
Coming from you, that's high praise.
You've
That's right.
always been that. Thank you. Now, where was this?
I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Barry Johnson is playing bass. So let's see. I don't know. This might have been somewhere in Italy, or maybe the Paradiso, was it? In Milan. I don't know. Somewhere in Europe though. Because we hung and at that time we performed mostly. I mean, I would fly to someplace over the water, every 2 or 3 times a month, like people were commuting to New York. It was just like, I'll be right back. And my girlfriend used to be like, "You're the only person I know that goes to Switzerland talking about I'll be right back." But that's where the gig was that day. So you fly in, you get there, the next day you sound check, you do the gig, and then the next day you go someplace else. So that's just
I'm
what
just
is.
mad you're still a size 4. I'm still mad at that. Okay, that's all. And I will share more about that too. She's still a size 4. Okay, so thank you. Look. As we talk to each of you tonight about your careers and your accomplishments, we want you to share with our viewers the bond that both of you have and how you've maintained throughout this crazy and unpredictable world of entertainment and add on the global pandemic.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
well, we only got a couple. Let me see, what time is it? Right, we got 15. We got 50 minutes, but we're gonna do what we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So let's get on with the show. Paula, if you don't mind, we just want to talk to you for a minute. And Sylver, feel free to interject. This is our living room. Come on in and do what you're gonna do. So
well, in
Paula,
that case.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers. Okay, cheers.
I love it.
Welcome.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
let's
Carry
go.
on.
This is so exciting. It's so wonderful to be here. Hello to everyone who's watching, to everyone who's participating in the show. Yeah, he said. I love that.
Hey.
I love that. Great title.
Love it.
Thank you.
Well, Miss Paula, I'm Vash, and I have a question for you. So you're a published author, and you have 3 books out.
Right.
They are Yesterday, When I Was Crazy, which is a sacred contract with healing.
Right.
You've got The Poetry of Miss Paula.
Right. Just Paula.
I'm sorry, The Poetry of Just Paula. I was looking. Do you have Alvin? You got a copy of that book?
I don't. Don't make me do it. No, I don't have it. But I'll have it tomorrow. But you keep going.
Right on,
Yeah,
Paula. If you got
fine.
one, you can show it.
You
and
got
then
one.
you have Zentabulous, which is the New Age Fabulous.
The new one. Right.
Fantastic. What inspired you to become a writer?
Many things, actually. But I resisted originally, but it was really my healing process. I was very severely disabled for a long period of time, and I spent 10 years in full-time therapy. And during that time, I just, I tried things that had not been tried before. And so people started telling me as I got better, you need to write a book. You need to let people know what you did to get better, to feel better. And so that's the real inspiration. And then, of course, Sylver kept saying it. So we're bonded by the books as well. And she kept saying, "Mommy, when are you going to write the book? When are you going to let people know what you did? Maybe you can help somebody else." So I was motivated by her saying that maybe I could help others. And my medical doctor, too, kept saying, "Okay, I'm waiting for you to write the book. So tell people what you did." So took me 10 years to actually give birth to what is now affectionately known as the Crazy Book.
She wrote a book
That's
about
amazing.
it.
I wrote a book
Yeah.
about crazy, and but it's about my sacred contract with healing. That subtitle is really the crux of it. And of course, divine intervention.
Mm.
God ordered it, God ordered it.
Yes,
Said,
he did.
okay.
Well, you talking to a group here who knows all about the
Yes, yes.
divine
Listen,
intervention. Yes, you do.
exactly.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Amen.
He said, okay, it's time.
Well,
And he actually gave me the poetry first, while I was sort of manifesting the memoir in stages. I woke up one day in the middle of Katrina, the hurricane, and I was really praying for my family who lived in New Orleans at the time. And in the middle of the night, between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning, I was awakened by the Almighty, and I just started writing poems. Just started writing. It just all came. I just downloaded it. Like I say now, I don't edit God. So
Yes.
I just allowed him to dictate. I wrote it all down, and as they say, the rest is history.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love that your journey was really to help other people. It seems that the bigger the dream, the more energy that goes behind it. And I'm really happy that you did that.
Absolutely.
And we're going to share your website so people can go and you can actually see excerpts from your different books. So they can get a taste for the energy and the love that goes into what you do and what shines out from it. So we're excited about it.
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss
I
Paula.
love being here to
is
share
Jacques.
this with you and your audience.
Beautiful.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Miss
People
People
Paula,
are already
this is
loving
Jacques.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling you in my heart.
Hey, Miss Paula, this is Jacques. I have the next question for you.
Okay,
I'm
Jacques.
curious. Energy medicine practitioner. That's a fascinating title and name. Could you share with our viewers how you came to be in this profession and why you chose this methodology of healing as opposed to other methodologies of healing that are out there? I'm very
Well,
curious.
when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 1988, it really didn't even have a name. And the medical community did not recognize it then. You see ads for it now for medicine on television, right? But,
Yes.
and at that time, nobody believed it existed. So I was called crazy vis-a-vis the title. And the medical community did not really have any remedies that helped me a great deal. So by the grace of God and by the fact that I had been a dancer most of my life, either avocationally or a dance teacher, and I had been in dance classes to heal myself before, my medical doctor sent me back to that. And in the process, I met an energy medicine practitioner. And in the first session, she said to me, "You need to do this work." And I believed her. I just knew that this was something, again, that God was giving me this great gift. And she said, "You need to study this work, and I have the perfect teacher for you." And she sent me to one Roger Gilchrist, wherever you are in the world. I love you, Roger. And he started me on the journey. And I really didn't set out to be a practitioner. That idea was not in my head anyway. But because I've always been a professional student, in order to learn the work, I had to practice. So I had to set up a practice. Yeah, by default, being a student, you had to practice. You had to have so many hours. So as I practiced and as people came forward whom I could help, it just gravitated to me getting into it more. And then I got additional credentials. I'm a polarity therapist. I'm board certified. I'm a registered craniosacral therapist. Google it. Google it. Google it. Google it.
Well, I had to Google what an energy medicine practitioner was. I Googled it and I gained so much knowledge from that. And I see it in you, Paula. And so when I Googled it and saw it, I said, well, it seemed like a natural fit. So
it was a perfect fit. Absolutely. And I said it saved my life. And it still saves my life every day, because it was not only something I could use to help others, it was something I could use to take care of myself. So from that, I went into becoming what I now consider I'm a self-care guru.
Okay.
And it's a natural healing system. And believe it or not, in addition to a physiologic anatomy, we have an energy anatomy in our bodies.
Absolutely.
And so an energy medicine practitioner works with your energy anatomy and holistic all the holism, the mental, the spiritual, the emotional, the physical. We work with all of that as one complete human sentient being that needs help.
Can you give us like a quick introduction to what your energy anatomy is?
Yes, I can. There are lines of energy that go north-south. We call them the long lines. And there are 5 of those on each side of the body, which correspond to our 5, fingers, call them the long lines. And those long lines correlate with the central nervous system. So I can actually help someone to calm the nervous system, which is one thing energy medicine does well, by working with the long lines of the body. The energy anatomy that we call the long lines of the body, right? Which I can palpate with my hands.
I need to book an appointment. We
all need to book an appointment.
Okay, we all need to book an appointment. And ladies, for all of you who are seeing this tonight, welcome to He Said. We will have this information up for you and how you can contact Paula, because believe me, if I said I need to see her, you need to see her too. Okay, so we're gonna go there. Okay.
Yeah. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful that God introduced me to this work and has kept me in it.
Okay.
And kept me sharing it. Yeah.
And good at it. My sister just commented. She said she does too. Yes, you do, sweetheart. And we're gonna talk. Okay.
Yeah, and I specifically, wanted to bring it to the community, because there were not many of us, many African Americans, people of color, in my classes all these years that I've been studying. And so God also showed me that. He said, you need to take this to the people.
Okay.
You need to take this to the people, because we don't know about it.
Right.
Yet we know about our native, practices from the motherland.
Yes.
And a lot of my Yoruba clients have been the most responsive. Yeah. So it's in us. You just got to bring it out.
Okay, y'all. Just what we do. We educate you on He Said.
Yeah. He said.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
I just love that.
I do too. I love it.
Yeah. Because we're all energy.
Absolutely. Go to the head of the class, Vash. We are all energy. Right.
All energy.
So, Nicole, I'm curious, Miss Paula, is there a network of energy healers in the United States or in the world? Or, for those of us who seriously are interested, but I'm on the West Coast, you're on the East Coast, where would I find one in my location?
Well, actually, you can go to the association website, the cranial sacral, and I can give you that later. But I'm a member of 2 professional organizations, and those professional organizations have listings of practitioners all over the country and all over the world. So that's one of the ways to find through the professional organizations, and then you can find certified people who come through various schools that are recognized.
Well, we will definitely share that information on our website after the show, so people can get in contact with not only you, but other practitioners.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit, because I want to now talk about your deeper connection with your daughter. So would you share with us your role as executive producer for Sylver?
Well, that too is many things. At the end of the day, I'm sort of her other brain, if you will. If she needs an extra brain,
Yes,
I'm sort of that extra brain.
Ooh, yes,
She needs an extra presence in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that keeps people away from her when it's showtime.
Oh, you're a ninja as well.
Exactly. And they want to come up and ask the question that they don't need to ask 5 minutes before it's time to sign. And I'm like, no. You need to stand over there.
Is that what they call you? A momager? Is that what they call that?
Right?
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And we make all of the executive decisions around we're also creative partners. And so we work together on the creative side of everything we do, from making jewelry to producing shows to her supporting me with the books. Creatively, we just love, and light and energy and excitement and fun. And we have a lot of fun doing what we do.
Well, I'm because I know a little bit about you too, and the chances of me getting close to Beyonce and Tina Knowles is like way over there somewhere. Okay. So it's way over there. So to me, on the outside looking in, and even being on the inside, because I've done some work with
We've worked together.
We've worked together. The bond is real, but make no mistake, everybody. when I say real, they go through real things, like real
Absolutely. Oh,
people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And and I think the way you express that. Well, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, sidebar. How do you deal with the difficult?
Wow,
Paula?
wonderful question. Wonderful question. You know, we are both women of faith. And we have a lot of respect for each other's opinions and each other's differences, right? And, you know, we made a pact a number of years ago, actually during my healing process, that we would communicate with each other in a very peaceful, non-argumentative, very loving, very kind way. You know, we committed ourselves, first of all, to treating each other with respect. And treating each other with love. And so you can get through anything.
Amen.
You can get through anything. And she doesn't doubt me. When I was going through energy medicine and I was having panic attacks every 5 minutes, she never doubted me. She never called me crazy like everybody else did. You know, she always believed in me. And I've always believed in her. And that is so important, because what you believe really is the rudder of your life. You know, our belief, people don't really understand that the way they should. But so we just always believed in each other. We always trusted each other. And I think it has just carried us through all the hard times, because we could look at each other and say, okay, well, we did the best we could. We're going to work it out. If she needed more attention, I gave her more attention. If I needed more attention, I got more attention. You know, if the emotional weight was more for me or more for her, because sometimes, you know, I'd be mad at them. You can't be treating, you know what I mean? You can't be treating my baby like that, right? You know, the mother, the mother would have to calm down, and Sylver would calm me down, and then Sylver would be over the corner somewhere about to melt, and I'd be like, okay, baby, let's work it out. We're not doing this because God is bigger. And we got this. We got this. You know, you just have to trust God and trust the process and trust each other.
And trust each other. That is absolutely that is key.
And we have cultivated that. Wouldn't you say, baby?
We have cultivated. It took work. I mean, I definitely went through my stages of, you know everything. Your mother knows nothing. It's like, oh my God, you know, when you go through that whole thing with your parent. But early in my life, she was not only nurturing and, you know, right there with everything I dreamed of doing and helped me do it. But she also didn't, you know, go behind me and look behind stuff and in my stuff. You know, it just wasn't that kind of thing. So when we made a decision to work together and realizing we can be so different, like she has way more discipline than I have. She has, you know, we can be very different, and yet we can go in the same store at 2 different times and come back with the same grade. Okay.
Right.
And we've done it so many times, it's not even funny. I'd be like, really? What size did you get? What color did you get?
Exactly right.
You know,
give me my blouse.
I'd be like, I'm wearing it first, you know. But you know, and it took cultivating, but one of the important things is that it's a decision, like anything else. It's like a decision to be faithful to your mate.
Right.
You know, it's like a decision to say you're going to do something and do it. And if you change your mind, then own it. Just own it. And because it happens, you know what I mean? You don't have to, you know, crumble somebody's world over it.
Right.
But you can, you know, make it adjustment, because if you care in the first place, then it matters. Like, you know, sometimes she would get mad at me and she'll say something like, I don't know why you do this. Well, I'm like, Mom, you have to know I am trying not to piss you off. Okay. You have to know. I didn't mean that, because I would never, you know,
right.
Because I can't, you know how you feel, because she's still my mother.
Yes.
Even at the end of every day, she is still my mother.
Right.
And so, but, you know, you make a choice. She always said to me, you can do good business and bad business. And that's with anybody. And you can decide to, you know, have integrity. You can decide to do what is instinctively, you know, right. You can decide that even if it goes in a different direction or it wasn't what you thought, that you go, well, wait a minute, that's not, okay, well, we might need to clear some air, because I was thinking something completely different. Because nobody knows what anybody's thinking, even though we think we know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we think we know, you know, and you don't always know, or you don't always know to the extent. So I think that we just, it was a decision. It's always been the two of us.
Always.
You know what I mean? It's always been the two of us.
Right.
So when no one else got it, when everybody thought, she was crazy and I was, doing whatever it is I'm doing.
Crazier.
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 Traveling all over the world, singing folk and doing this and that and the third.
Right.
And, but, we don't say that to football players.
See, don't. Okay, see.
We don't say that to football players.
First of all, Sylver Logan Sharp, you don't come on here getting ready to start another talk show, okay? Because that's another segment, an episode of he said. We said. Okay, we got two more questions for your mama because you get ready to start a whole new segment.
I'm sorry.
Look, okay,
I digress. I've come back.
Pull it in, Paula.
Yes.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit because I need to. You mentioned love, and I know. I think it was 2 years ago now. I think it was 2019, or was 19, right?
Yes, 19.
You became a newlywed, okay?
Yes.
And I just want to say, first of all, congratulations, okay?
Thank you.
Because you did the thing. So tell us, briefly, what is it like to be a newlywed at 70, Paula?
It is a heck of a lot of fun. Let me just tell you, I'm having big fun. The pressures are not the same, at this stage of life.
Okay.
You know what you want, you know what you don't. I mean, it's real, and it's really worth it when God places you with the one for you.
Yes.
And I was clear this one was for me.
Okay.
Okay.
What made you so clear?
Because of the way it happened. First of all, I spent 1.5 years in therapy preparing myself to receive the man that God had for me.
Come on, wait a minute.
You gonna let me throw this mouse. I'm gonna throw this mouse. Okay.
You have to be ready. You have to be ready.
Because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Listen up, people. Listen up. You need to be ready.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. And I knew I wasn't ready. And I had the perfect therapist. God sent me the perfect therapist at the time. And she said, "Do you want a husband?" I said, "No, I just want a man." Now, I ultimately said yes. But throughout the process, so many other amazing things happened, and I realized I had to change my attitude. I had to change some of my behaviors. I had to get a little less cynical, a little less sapphire, and and it was you know what I mean, right?
I love you.
That's a hashtag. That's a hashtag.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I had to understand that relationships are about being in relationship. So if you need to upgrade your relationship skills and you're willing to do that, then amazing things can happen. You look up and there'll be someone you never thought was coming, and they will be bigger than anything you could have imagined your partner to be. Yes. And that's what happened to me.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay,
I say God can give you better than you can ask for.
Yes.
Well, Paul and Sylver coming on here starting new topics. We got to wrap because we got to get to your daughter. We got to get to your daughter.
Right? I'm good.
I'm telling you could have done a show with just her. And,
baby. But we got one more question for you, Paul, before we close out. So let's go ahead and get that in.
Thank you, Alvin. And so Ms. So first of all, every word that has come out of your mouth is an absolute jewel. And so if you could share 2 more jewels with us, if you would, please. And that is, what encouragement would you give our audience members out there who are both the aspiring authors and the hopeless romantics? When we look at your so inspired life and we see how you are thriving in every single area, professionally, personally, romantic, you give our audience in both of those areas in terms of words to keep on keeping on, as they say.
Right. Well, to the writers, I would say what one of my original mentors said to me: the first thing you want to do is decide whether or not what you're writing is for you or for the world. Okay, and create your intention around that as a writer, and then just do it. You just have to do it and trust the process. There's no simple way to get it done. You have to create your own process. And some other writers had said to me, "Well, Paula, you need a schedule." And I said, "No, I don't need no schedule. I'm just going to write it when I feel like it." No, they were right. I was wrong. So, set up a schedule and just put your heart into it and do it. And then when it's ready to go to the next level, to editing, or, find the right people, the support people. Don't share it with the people who are the naysayers and telling you, why are you going to write a book? You know, because I had people say that to me. Why are you writing a book? Ain't nobody buying no books. You know, I'm like, whatever. So don't listen to the naysayers and just do it. Okay. So to the hopeless romantics, and to both of these categories, I say God is bigger. Whatever your whatever challenges you face. Did you lose me?
No,
we got you.
We got
Okay,
you.
because I lost me. Okay. Visually. God is bigger. And you know, if you seek that divine intervention, that divine leadership, miracles can happen in your life. To the hopeless romantic, I say, open your heart. Open your heart. We don't realize that we're walking around with closed hearts because of the pains that we've experienced. And so our heart is not open. And you know, that's one thing I learned from my therapist. In order to receive love, you have to have an open heart.
Yes.
So check your heart, check your chi, as I say in my Feel Better Challenge, and see where your heart is. Because love is the answer. God is bigger to everything. Love is the answer to everything. And there are all kinds of love. Compassion is love. Forgiveness is love. Kindness is love.
Yes.
There are many presence. A loving presence is love. And so if you ask the question, what would love do before? Take a breath and ask yourself, what would love do? Then do that.
I just did. Miss Paula. Look, Miss Paula, first of all, viewers, we see your comments coming in, and we're gonna, when we get to what y'all said, we're going to answer your questions, because we see y'all coming through. Thank you. But I need to get on. First of all, Miss Paula, thank you so much for enlightening my spirit right now. Okay. I feel enlightened. So thank you so much. But look, while we're talking about newlyweds, in 2017, on or around her birthday also, you married your longtime friend, musical partner, arranger, songwriter, Mr. Daryl Hunt. And when I tell y'all, he is a beast.
Yes, he is.
He is a musical beast and has the heart of gold. He is credited on countless artist projects. First of all, congratulations, Sylver.
Thank you.
Can you just share briefly what's married life now after? Because I think you all were friends for how long before you got married?
We were together for 17, 18 years, and you know, and then finally got it, you know, finally went ahead and got married. He wanted to get married very early in the game. I was like, let's build this power couple thing, because it has to be fabulous, and we're gonna need the budget to pay for it. So therefore we've got a little work to put in. And I just wanted to be in a different position. I kind of thought, you know, we met when I was, we met, you know, in 2000, and we got married in 2017. So, but it was touring years. You know, when you have touring years, that's different than just regular fiscal years. You're gone a lot. You're on, you know, you lose weeks, you lose holidays. Sometimes you miss occasions, family, birthdays, you know, all kinds of things. Because touring life is just that. And when it's scheduled, it is what it is. And you pop in and you pop out, and they're just, you know, those opportunities, and that's just what it is. So for the first 10 years, we were both on tour, him with Yolanda Adams and Stephanie Mills, and me with Chic primarily, and a couple of Sylver Logan Sharp things. I released some singles in the south of France and places like that. So, and a few dance records here and there. So, you know, I was, you know, we were working, and you look up and go, wow, you know, another year's gone, another year's gone, another year's gone. And it was, you know, we'll get to it when we get to it and when it's right for us to do it. And so, yeah, but married life is fabulous because, again, I can't say it enough. It's that decision to be in it. You're going to be in it with somebody. You know, my mother said to me, you better get somebody that in your worst day has got your back.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we have that in each other, and we get to work together. And I say get to because, like working with my mother, working with Daryl, you know, sometimes I can't let the producer have it. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuss at the music director like I want to.
We know all about that.
But no, it's really great because we understand what it takes. We understand what the life is like. I get what it means to be around the clock in the studio and all that. And the average, bird does not. It's a different kind of life, but it's like anything that anybody's committed to. Doctors have to be up and at the hospital and on call, and police officers risk their lives every day. And, garbage men have a responsibility to get everything. Everybody's job is what it is, and it comes with what it comes with. So, fortunately for us, we get to do things together. We get to support each other through it, and we get to live in a creative space, and it's awesome.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That is so beautiful. So
Beautiful.
beautiful. Wow.
Well, speaking of, since you both are artists and you're so used to touring, have you been performing and keeping yourself motivated and inspired during this lockdown?
Well, performing, yes.
Good.
Staying creative and motivated, yes.
Good.
I have to say that in spite of the casualties and the craziness, this has been a productive time. And on the one hand, it's been crazy. It has been crazy because the concept of not being on stage and not being in front of an audience and not feeling an energy from people and all of that, not hearing applause or, reactions, it is not fun. And I would never wish this on anyone. However, because I had a show that was already online called Feel Better Friday, we come on every Friday at 1:00 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and on YouTube. And basically we do a concert in the living room, and we have a surprise guest. And of course, everybody comes to DC to perform. So we've had everybody, Najee, Gene Carn, Eric Roberson, Rasan Patterson, just all kinds of people, all of our rock star friends who come to town. And so now we are doing Feel Better Friday through a platform called Virtual Live Studios. So all of us are in different places, playing over the internet in real time with no latency.
Wow.
And it is amazing. So when you get a chance, check out Feel Better Friday, and you will see the shows that we started doing them, I think, in March this way. As we all know, it's a challenge to play over the internet. There are only one or two services that allow such a thing, and you're kind of in the little boxes. Well, this looks like everybody's in the loft. They've all been green screened and CGI'd into the room.
Yes.
So it's unbelievable,
So
and
cool.
it is so cool. So now I'm able to. I had a guest from Sweden, and I had Valerie Simpson of Ashford and Simpson from New York, and and all kinds of people, and it doesn't matter where they are. And even when the world opens back up, when we're touring again, regardless, I will be able to do this in a way because now I can reach people that weren't coming to DC or weren't coming to the East Coast or, something like that. And I get to play with artists and do things that were unheard of before. This is a Black-owned company called Virtual Live Studios, a father and son team that created the software and made it possible for musicians to play together from multiple locations in real time.
It's amazing. I've watched a couple of episodes. If we'll again share links, but it's really phenomenal. You really would not believe that everyone was not in the studio.
Yeah.
And even seeing some of the behind the scenes pictures, you see how you put it all together. It's really remarkable. Talking about cutting edge and creating a space where people can come together, create love, and share that.
Yeah.
Feel better, right? And all of that.
It's been amazing. It really has. Thank you guys for everybody who's out there, and you guys who have watched and who are curious to watch. It's a feel better show. The whole point is to literally in the middle of your day just break into the cycle of whatever it is you're going through and just serenade you a little bit, and look who stopped by. And we do our thing, and then you can go back to stressing to whatever it is you were stressing about.
You are not going back to stressing after watching the Fridays, because it's like watching a jam session and you're included. You guys are talking and sharing stories. It really is.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's like being with the artist and the musicians in the room.
Yeah,
you want to grab a maraca and start joining in.
Come on,
Right.
Listen. There's soon, like right now when we're live, we got to concentrate and we're focusing. But soon we will be live and interactive. We will be going live so that when you come in the room and you say, "Hey, girl," I can be like, "How you doing?" we can communicate. You can say, "Do this song for me," or "I got a question for your guest." So we're moving into that. You know, it's not without challenge. We're on all
Right.
day. So, you know, the internet can bubble out of nowhere, you know, but they have created something that is unbelievable. And we are the first to do it in this way on a continuum. And bringing you a show every week through Virtual Live Studios. It's been a shout out to Eric Parker and Donald Parker and the whole Virtual Live team. You guys are amazing. And so because of that, we're able to stay safe and bring you entertainment. And in a minute, I'll be able to hear you, you know, sing along and applaud and dance and jam, you know. So we're working our way to that and trying to bring you the best production of all. So y'all check it out on YouTube and you know, like and share, honey, and join on Facebook.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So Sylver, I have a follow-up question about Feel Better Fridays. But first of all, I just have to acknowledge you. I love your get to come from. I love your generous, just magnanimous energy and aura. It is intoxicating, and I'm just sitting over here going, "Wow!" So thank you for everything that you bring. But so we've been doing our research, like we do it. He said, and our sources tell us that the Feel Better Fridays actually came from a Feel Better challenge created by Paula. Can you share a little more about how that all came to being?
Absolutely. So what she didn't tell you is that during her rough time of fibromyalgia coming over her body, she went through being bedridden for almost 10, 12 years, taking medications beyond recognition, being in a state that you couldn't imagine, and not the person that you see today. And the discipline and the work and everything that she has done to put it in, at some point she said, everything I do has to make me feel better. Everything I wear, what I look at, the chair I sit in, I don't want nothing ugly. I don't want nothing used. I don't want nothing damaged. It's just got to give me joy, you know? And so we started to coin the phrase, as that is a thing in my family, that we would go, you know, well, that's the feel better this, and I need me a feel better drink, and I need me a feel better this. You know, I got me a little feel better haircut. We bought this, you know, we bought these white recliner, we have these beautiful white leather recliner chairs, and not the big old fat ones that your grandfather used to have, but the cute little sleek ones. And we call it the feel better chair, right? And we'll be like, I need me an FBC moment. And we just started to coin the phrase and run with it. And so, as you know, we design jewelry. It's called silverware. And we physically hand make. I'm only wearing, you know, I think I'm wearing a starfish today and some little threader earrings. I don't know if you can see those. And it's from the collection. And that too was a part of her healing journey. But nonetheless, we have a boutique in our house, a private boutique where we see clients. And I am looking in there and going, you got a room full of stuff and nothing going on. Push the live button, snatch it up, put on something fabulous, and make it a Feel Better Friday. And so I started to do Feel Better Friday from the law. I would just pull up a track. I would sing to people and talk and say, hey, you know, this $400 necklace is $150 if you hit me up by the end of the broadcast, you know, and people would do it, you know, but I wasn't consistent. I didn't do it. I did it when I felt like it, you know, I did it when I had time. But it was like, oh, Feel Better Friday, whatever it was that we could put Feel Better in front of, it became a thing. We have now trademarked the word, so let's not get it twisted.
Do we gotta pay? We ain't gotta pay. Do we?
No. I bought it already. Don't worry. But then you know, we got this wonderful piano, and Daryl had the piano gutted and refurbished. And one day, I don't know, I was cooking or something. Imagine that. And he was playing, and I said, you know, we should do Feel Better Friday from here, just me and you. And it was also a moment of me following my, you know, guru saying, you know, Sylver, you need to be more raw. Sylver, you got to, you know, just interact, just go live. I'm thinking, who cares? You know, who cares what I ate for dinner? But that was the mentality of what's going on online. And I just wasn't really, I'm like, I post when I've got something to say, when I've got a gig to talk about or a new collection to debut. I don't just say, I woke up like this.
Right.
You know,
Right.
who cares? You
I
know, but
love
no,
it.
you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. And so in doing so, you know, it just cultivated this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go raw. All right. You want raw? I'll fix you. And I was holding the phone, no mic, no nothing, just holding the phone, singing. You know, and then I had 2 phones. And then I was like, okay. And folks are like, are you working the camera?
Okay.
I'm like, just shut up and push the share button. I'm trying to do the thing. And it's Feel Better Friday. My arms are cramping. And then we went from phones to iPads. And then I was like, well, why don't we tell, you know, the fellas were like, well, wait a minute, you know, hold up. We want to play.
Yes.
And on the other side, I was begging God for the next thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm going to make another record. We can put records out all day. Do you know what it takes to get it played? That is a topic for another show.
It really is.
Yeah.
Listen to the bad side.
Will you come back? Will you come
We'll have
back?
that discussion.
Okay,
Charles.
will you
I
come
just
back?
think
Okay,
about
come
okay,
back.
okay,
it.
okay.
You
You
know,
gotta come back.
it's
Okay.
that sort of thing. So and I was going, okay, what next? Because I don't know. I mean, we could sit here and write music, and I can put songs out all day, but what's getting them there? And who's paying for that? And
Yes.
you know, how do we get this going? And blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Friday's coming. Let's go live. Let's just not think about the gig. Don't think about the video. Don't think about the budget. Don't think about the, you know, all the business. Just sing to people.
Wow.
That's right.
Just sing to people. Just offer up some
Love
love.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing and sing to the people. And all of a sudden everybody goes, oh,
Yeah.
you know, and Daryl would play, and then we would invite people over, and then it became a thing. And I was like, oh, that's what's going on. And I really believe, again, it was just given, you know, I was looking for it. I wasn't quite sure. Everybody's like, you need to be on TV. You need to be on TV. Okay. We tried, you know, with the divas and some reality thing. That ain't my shtick. You know what I'm saying? So why would you watch me? Why would you watch me? Because it's feel better.
Okay,
Feel
look.
better Friday.
Okay, I gotta reel you in because we got a couple of things. We got more questions to ask you.
Oh, come on, let's do it.
And we got people who want to ask you questions.
Come on, let's do it.
But before we do that, because you touched on silverware, and
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have her link to her website for silverware, of which I am wearing a piece
Yes,
that is
you are.
over 20 years old.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you can't see this white stone, but
White jade.
I get followed around, baby, for this. But what we need to do, we need to talk about your new record, No More Color Lines, No More Color Lines. And so I just want to make sure that we talk about that right now and get some questions in from our audience. So while we talk to you about that, I'm hearing an echo. While we talk to you about that, we're going to show the video. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Let's do it.
So Sylver.
Ooh, that's
That's sailing.
you can show that one too.
Yes,
Oh,
well, this
Where was
is
this
another.
filmed?
This is another song by Sylver. It
Right.
is called Sailing.
this was filmed in
And-
St. Martin.
This is one of the most beautifully filmed videos that you've ever done. And I love it. I love it.
At least it's
Thank
not
you.
for me. If the wind is right, we can sail away. Find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles.
Miracle.
Wait and see.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Shout out to
Beautiful
Alec and Pearl
remake.
for
Love
making
that.
every
Love
outfit
that.
I have on.
Mhm.
Baby,
Wow.
your stylist was going crazy for this,
Yes.
okay?
Mhm.
Alan
Absolutely.
Cottrell, honey. Alan Cottrell.
So,
he made
look-
every outfit. Anyway.
Let's talk about let's talk about color lines, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to
Yeah.
our website, we will have color lines up so you can see it in its no more color lines. You can see it in its entirety. And I just got to say, before you talk to us about it, Sylver, when you see this video, I'm telling y'all, when I watch it, it's like looking at a full concert. You got Cheryl Pepsi Riley, you got CeCe Peniston, you got Will Downing, you got Rachel Lamar from The Voice, you got some local vocals up in there, Raymond Reeder and Victoria Purcell Cone.
Yeah.
Victoria Purcell Cone can sing the Bible.
Listen,
You got
and save some people while doing it.
and oh, wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
let's go,
And
Mickey, y'all.
you got Paula
Gladys from
Potts.
Sweden.
Paula Potts is even making a cameo.
Yes,
I'm in it.
ma'am. That's Big G, y'all, from Backward Band. Hey.
Look at the people in here.
Come on, y'all. Hey, the official sound of DC.
All right.
Come on. Hey. It's on he said, he said.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes. So, Sylver,
Yes.
tell us what's behind No More Color Lines.
Oh, wow. No More Color Lines is a song that Daryl and I wrote about 13, 14 years ago.
Wow.
It was originally called Don't Give Up on You. And so the original release is on my first CD called Place to Begin. And we released this song. I wrote this song because the same thing. Imagine a world where no one has color for skin. That line means if none of us had the gift of sight, how would we treat each other? If just for one day we did not walk in a room and see Black, white, Asian, Korean, German, short, fat, skinny, gay, bald, straight. Just imagine, because we see it first. And the gift of sight is a blessing. But because we have the gift of sight, we judge on sight, literally. And just imagine if you just could walk in a room and have to listen to people's voice and feel their energy and navigate through that. Imagine what the Stevie Wonders and the late Ray Charles and anybody who is without sight, imagine the trust they have to have when they hear your voice and listen to you and feel just your intention, just in your speaking. You know, there's power in that. And I thought to myself, you know, could we just have a one day when nobody's being racist, just one, and everybody get over it already? You know, really, just stop. Why are we arguing about the one thing nobody can change? Seriously, it's just a waste of time and it's pointless and nobody's going anywhere. So just stop, you know? And so that's where the song was born from, you know, and to invoke the thought, if you could get a do-over, if Derek Chauvin could get a do-over, okay? If that other fool who shot Trayvon Martin, if he could get a do-over, would you do the same thing? And what invokes that kind of thought to make you think, you know, like the bridge says, imagine if at the drop of a hat, you could turn back and start each day all over again. Every new day that you wake is a chance to make, you know, it's like a chance to make a new decision. So don't have to wait for the next day. Think, okay, wait, let me go back. Cause see, I'm about to read you, but maybe I need to operate with some compassion. So let me just think about why you might have said what you said, because I'm ready to rip you a new one right now. But if I just think for a second,
Right.
and just give you the benefit of the doubt, just the benefit of the doubt, you know, we don't have that kind of patience with people. We don't have that kind of compassion. We just react, you know, and now it's out of hand. It's absurd. It's insane. And so that's what the song is about. And it stems with race. You know, it stems with the color of how everybody looks because we can see, you know. So I just, I'm passionate about it because it's purposeless. We have a short time on this earth, and we can make impact if we just stop hating people for things that you can't do nothing about, and it ain't none of your business in the first place. So imagine no more color lines.
Sylver, on that note, we're going to take you up because you got me in a very spiritual place right now. But we want to hear from our viewers. Our viewers, we literally have 5 minutes But
Wow.
but we have
Already?
5 minutes. But we need to just check in on our viewers and answer some
Absolutely.
just acknowledge them. Thank you all for
Yes.
being on here tonight. We really appreciate all of you who come on every week. Carol, George, Michelle, Vash, you want to take it away, please?
Yeah. Well, first of all, again, everyone has been so kind and so loving to you, Miss Paula, and to you, Sylver. I mean, from the beginning, people have just been saying, yes, it's lovely to have some Black queens and goddesses on the show.
Yes.
Who do I
I mean, that is
That's you, honey.
That's right.
Well, when we were creating this, we said if we had he said, we're gonna have to have what she says at some point during the segment. So thank you all. Thank you. I'm sorry, Vash.
No, it's okay. That came from George Pringle, who has been with us a number of weeks. Do you know George?
Of course I know George. He's fabulous. Hi, George.
Yes, George has been extremely, extremely active. And then Anthony has had some things to say as well. Anthony says that he has a friend who's been dealing with MS and has been discussed using holistic healing measures over some general medicine and that hasn't had a great outcome. He's wondering, Ms. Paula, what you would say. What would you recommend or say to him as a starting conversation, helping someone deal with that pain?
Yeah, I would say, do a little research on, there are a lot of different types of integrative alternative medicine. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of integrative practitioners. That's what the world needs more of, integrative practitioners. And, reach out and try something, reach out to a craniosacral therapist or a polarity therapist or a zero energy therapist. There are a lot of different things and they do work. They do work. And they can. I believe that, we just have to, take that step and reach out and try to identify someone that might be someone who could help you in an alternative integrative practitioner. There are quite a lot of them out there. We don't get a lot of attention because the powers that be, I'm not going to say a lot about that, don't want us to do what we do, because, we don't use medicine, we don't prescribe. So the pharmaceuticals have nothing to gain, but what I had to do was investigate and try different things. If it doesn't work, try something else. As Sylver said, I always trusted the feel better part, and my crazy book is about all the things I tried, and a lot of things work. Essential oils work. I've learned to put myself to sleep with lavender oil early in the game. I juiced. I mean, there are lots of things you can do to make yourself feel better. You'd be surprised. So I encourage you to seek it out and, just look for someone who's certified and, recognized in some credentialed way.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And I want to say that Carol King, Alvin's sister, is online.
Yes, Miss Carol.
She's been sending y'all love, a big love.
Carol.
And especially when you talked about relationships, she said she's cleaning off her glasses and looking. No.
That's right. Keep the fog away. There you go.
Guys, you have touched people in a very, very special way. If we didn't get to your questions and your comments, everybody, we love you. But it has just been such an amazing conversation with Ms. Paula and with Sylver. But we love you. Continue to comment. Will you two answer questions if we forward things to you from people who continue to watch? Fantastic.
Absolutely. Try and
be an honor and a privilege.
Right on. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here to serve. That's what I'm called to do. So.
Oh my goodness.
And please we have various social media outlets. We have He Said Live. He said live on Facebook, on Instagram. We now have our own YouTube page. So please, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. And we really appreciate all of you. Blue, Monica, Anthony, Keith Jackson, all of you guys, Sean from North Carolina, all of you guys who have checked in today. Thank you for joining our show with Sylver and Paula. And next week, May 21st, our segment, we're going to talk about the evolution of Black men's hairstyles.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
That's right. Okay, we have a show coming up for you next week. So please tune in on Friday, May the 21st. And as always, we leave you with our words of the week, and we hope that they touch you as much as they have touched us. First of all, Sylver and Paula, thank you for joining us tonight. You have
Absolutely.
been such a powerful inspiration, and I love you and thank you on behalf of He Said, He Said, He Said. Our words of the week: loving yourself isn't vanity; it's actually sanity. And that was by Miss Katrina Mayer. All right. You guys have a good week. Happy Mother's Day week to everybody.
Thank you.
Get one more day in, Mama. Go to dinner tomorrow night. It's going to be beautiful. And you all have a great week. Thanks for joining. He Said, He Said, He Said. Have a good night.
Thank you for having
Thanks for having. Thanks for
Bye,
having us.
everybody. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Said, and he said, and all the viewers.
Yes.
Bye, Mom.